Àwọn bàbá dáadáa nu wọ́n dẹ̀ dé kíkẹ́kíkẹ́ lẹ́yìn wa ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ fún wọn. Lẹ́yìn náà a dúpẹ́ fún àwọn àlùfáà wa tó ń ṣàdúrà fún wa. A dúpẹ́ fún àwọn pásítọ̀ àti àwọn oníbílẹ̀ àwọn baba aláwo tó ń jẹ́ bàbá wa. Ọlọ́run ní kẹ́kẹ́ parọ́ mọ́ wa lójú. Àwọn ní òní kú fún yín. Kó wá dé ilẹ̀ ìlérí. Ìyá tí ń jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ó ti tó. Ẹ̀rí pé gbogbo àwọn bọ́dà wa tó bá kàwé tán wọn ò ríṣẹ́ ṣe. Wọ́n mọ̀ lọ ṣe ọ̀kadà. Wọ́n mọ̀ lọ sọ̀kadà tí ọ̀bẹ̀ yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn tó bá jẹ́ obìnrin wọ́n kọsẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ tó bá parí ìwé. Èyí tí ọ̀bá níṣẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ kọ́ yọ mọ̀ lọ sọlọ́sọ. Ṣé yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Gbogbo agbára tí ń bẹ nínú ta pè ní Nàìjíríà yìí, Fúlàní Haúsá ló ń lò ó. Gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa bó ṣe wà yìí, wọ́n lè gba kámú nínú tiwọn ní òbí. Torí pé bọ́ ìwà yìí, a gbọ́dọ̀ bá wọn jà. Àwọn Fúlàní ní kọ̀ǹtró wa. Àwọn ní òlò ọ̀tún àwọn òní ìjọba lè ṣe. Fúlàní ní CID. Fúlàní ní ṣe direct access. Fúlàní ní ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ custom gbogbo. Wọ́n náà fún wa ní first president expert tire. Ṣé ó yẹ kó bẹ́ẹ̀? Kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀, kò yẹ. Àwọn ní àwọn òṣèlú. Gbogbo àwọn bàbá tó ń dàgbé Fúlàní òjò wọlé lóko. Wọ́n ń jẹ gbogbo oko wọn. Wọ́n ń pa wọ́n ń pa púpa. Wọ́n ní àwọn kan ń dẹ́rù bàwá. Pé ká má jáde sẹ́ni tó tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn EFCC ti ń bẹ Nàìjíríà. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀rọ Yorùbá ni wọ́n mú.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that the sound was not there. Sorry, that we didn't even put the sound. When the whole thing crashed. The sound is back now. Sound is back. The audio is back. That's a good thing when you read the comment. Audio is back. Sorry again. So, Ijatanja is not for KOIKIMEDIA. It's not for all the other media. It's for the Yorubas to understand that àwọn òyìnbó wọ́n mọ̀ nísìn pé ẹrú tí wọ́n kó wa pẹ̀lú ship is no longer the same thing. The audio is back. Mine is gold. Àwa la wá ń wọ plane à ń lọ America, à ń lọ Jakarta, à ń lọ Indian, à ń lọ Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Turkey, Italy, Cyprus, Greece, Lebanon, Oman, Libya, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Dubai, Mexico, Russia, Brazil, Jamaica. Àwa la wá ra ticket. Àwa là ń lọ ìlú yẹn nísìn on our own. Tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n force wa lọ ni. Àwa la wá ń force ara wa lọ nísìn. We are the one forcing ourselves now to go to some of these countries. Kí là ń wá? We're looking for a better life. Not for ourselves, but for those at home. Because those at home have been trapped. Last year, mo náà tó wà nílé wọ́n ti kidnap gbogbo àwa la fẹ́ rescue wọn. It's not the kidnap of the terrorists like someone is saying. We're talking about the whole system. We are everywhere. Kò síbi tí kò sí ọmọ Yorùbá. We are all over the world. Kí là ń wá gan? Ní peace of mind. Because when we look back to what is meant to be the peace of mind, we realize that there is no peace. There's no peace. Just as so many people are killed, he is also a number in what we call Nigeria. And the more you believe in Nigeria, the more your life is at stake. The only difference between us and those of you at home is that Awata Wanita, we still have a bit of life. But Eite Waninule, there's no life. You might think that you are making it in Nigeria with whatever business or sector you are in. But you must multiply that by another 20 years. Ǹjẹ́ mo lè sustain in tí mò ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn for another 20 years in Nigeria? In tẹ́mi ṣe nísìn, I can sustain it for the next 40 years in this country. As long as I'm doing the right thing within the legal framework of this country. Tí bá ti kọjá boundary mi. But you at home, ta ló fẹ́ fi faith yẹn sí lọ́wọ́? The government or who? Or the diaspora? You can dislike, you can criticize, but whatever sector tó wà nílé nísìn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ in any part of Nigeria, whether you are the Yoruba living in the north, tó ń sọ pé yẹn but tá bá dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ àwa tá wà ní north ńkọ́, can you sustain that whatever you are doing in the north for the next 20 years? Can you sustain whatever you are doing in the southeast for another 20 years? Or even in the Yoruba land, can you sustain it for the next 20 years? Can you sustain it for the next 20 years? It's just a question. Because our condition, ọmọ nísìn táwọn kan ṣe wà involved nínú nǹkan tá à ń ṣe wọ́n ti gbà ká mú pé Koiki ọmọ ẹ̀ kàn waste time ara yín ni. A ní kẹ́ fìlú yẹn sílẹ̀, àwọn tẹ́ ń jà fún yẹn gan, it's not worth it. Because wọ́n ti gbà ká mú síbi tó wà. And they've set up properly. So many Yorubas or people that still believe in Nigeria are not going to come back home in the next 20 years if we continue to be Nigeria. The politician can give us these false narratives. Nisin Oni Osibajo is the chairman of the health committee. The same health committee, Tiwo resolution say for over 20 years that Tinubu was also part of the governor of Lagos State for 8 years. Osibajo was part of that team. Your vice president. He was part of the team. Imbonidia wa nisin. Where are all those generals? Some of them are probably dying in silence now because they believe in Nigeria. Some of our ex-military Yoruba men and women, they are dying in silence. Àwa lè máa mọ̀, but àwọn tó súnmọ́ wọn, wọ́n mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe bí ti general kinní kan, kò ń ṣe bí navy man kan, mo mọ bàbá yẹn láyé tiẹ̀ nígbà yẹn, because they believe in Nigeria. What believe and have that, strong belief that they can turn things around in Nigeria. Their age to catch up with one. Even some of the old guard politicians don't show present one stage by stage, because I want to want to be the first or second republic. What it down when you see it, I want Jeguru Jera to one ben see, or they found you know like him. But they all believe in that country called Nigeria. What about your colleagues on the Jolosi school, secondary, primary, university, to one Nigeria? How will you survive? You can criticize us, but any cannot be running about and survive. We can do all kind of odd jobs there, and we know that Tabashi for 20 years, 30 years, pension will guarantee. If we don't share the same odd job or professional job, nearly Unlola road, they suit or no traffic for 3 hours, 2 hours. What do you think will happen in the next 20 years? The way things are going in Nigeria. What do you think will happen in the next 40 years? The way things are going in Nigeria. Or you want to call it a caricature. Give me a G TFCC by the beer could bribe your way out. Because that's what you all do. And to buy G1 billion. To buy loss in court. One equal loss 100 million. You're waiting for your time. On Drew the Secote, not we are putting what if you're councillor or the Kuro Jukon. What if you're youth leader? Oh, Kuro Jukon. Oh, till low schools of our money now. Or one what should be Geo in council. Or what should be Geo, which have a Geo in government because they're going to government in the war. When people are talking about statistics, tech, there's so many things that is being done around the world. But you believe in them. As against in that one, so answer I could make any. But if they multiply it by 20, 30 years from now, look, if I go to Louis for another 30 years, call on call them and say, I'll be in my 70s. My life is guaranteed. So by the time I'm at my day 65, on my kọ́kọ́ fún mi láwọn ẹ̀tọ́ kan náà tí mo máa gbádùn lọ́bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìyá wa tó wà níbí báyìí. Wọ́n máa fún wọn ní right wọn ẹ̀tọ́ ló ń pè. But you at home now, ìwọ ń wò pé tí wọn náà bá jẹ dára politics nísìn at age 40, ìwọ náà máa compare age pẹ̀lú èmi. But o ronú pé títì tí wọ́n ṣe structure tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Nàìjíríà can kill you within the space of 10 minutes. Because they have not laid any structure for the next 40 years. Nigeria is backwards 40 years. So Ijo would have to move forward in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 40 years. You think there will be development in your mind? Or if politicians and often develop, it's only one shitty there. On some project kékéké, you think that is development? Ìwọ fúnra rẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ wọ́n develop ìwọ? Ìlú yìí nísìnyí bí ṣe wà báyìí nísìnyí, tí bá fẹ́ kàwé, mo mọ ibi tí máa lọ. Tí bá fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ kọ́ṣẹ́ ọwọ́ nílùú yìí, mo mọ sector tí máa lọ. Tí bá fẹ́ change field mi láti media pé ọmọ náà pé media yìí kò fẹ́ gbè mí mọ́, ǹjẹ́ mo ní switch, mo mọ ibi tí máa lọ. Màá dẹ̀ fúnra mi ní target of another 5 years. And within 5 years, màá wà ní sector tí mo feel pé ó pé mi. Ìwọ náà nísìnyí, ó ti wà ní sector kan We are age mates. Àjọṣetán ní secondary school. Owó mi báyìí nísìn. Whether you went to Abeokuta Grammar School, whether you went to Kaduna Grammar School, whether you went to Kenu Grammar School tó o bá lọ, but we are age mates. Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n tẹ̀lé change sector tó wà nísìn? Okay, nígbà tí mo lọ sí university, kó má jẹ́ pé mo ṣe mistake. O ṣe mistake, Nàìjíríà ni. O ṣe any mistake, Nàìjíríà ló sọ ẹ́ di bẹ́ẹ̀. So má rò kó ṣe mistake. Farming tó yẹ kó fún wa ní ntí a lè máa sọ pé ha àtẹ̀dúpẹ́ f'Elédùmarè tá a bá tẹ̀ mú kankan ṣe. Farming tó yẹ kó fún wa ní farming yẹn àwa rí ṣe mọ́ nísìn. Àrí farming ṣe mọ́. Farming tó yẹ kó fún wa ní headways. Àwárí farming ṣe mọ́ because they've literally locked that sector. And who are those behind it? The same Yorubas, politicians. They care less. They care less about the consequence. And that is why we are saying that we still have the option. Actually, the option. We have the option to stop it now. Tó bá fi pé ó fẹ́ ṣe wàhálà fún politician for 2023 because of into fẹ́ jẹ, that's fine. But what about after into bá wá jẹ yẹn tán? Kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá wá jẹ tán? Àbí wọ́n ronú síbẹ̀ pé okay into fẹ́ jẹ yìí, what happened tó bá jẹ tán níjọ́ yẹn? Gbogbo ìtọ́ ti ń fún ẹ jẹ láti over 40 years, 20 years tó ń bá wọn ṣe politics nílé. Kí ni ìgbẹ̀yìn ẹ̀? Kí ni the end result ẹ̀? Kí ni the end result ẹ̀? Gbogbo politics tó ti ń bá wọn ṣe nílé. Kí ni guarantee pẹ̀lú àti family ẹ̀? You think it's comfortable for us outside the country? Because for you, we look fresh. But we are more concerned about the future. Future la wa ronú sí. We are not thinking about interfaith genesis. Ó ń gbọ́ sound àwọn ọmọ tó ń dún nínú ilé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló wà káàkiri gbogbo ibi tí gbogbo wa wà all over the world. Ó fi pa àwọn generation yìí máa wá sílé to come and do what? If generation tiwa bá ti ń sọ pé à lè lọ sí Nàìjíríà, ó fi pa àwọn generation àwọn ọmọ tí à ń bí ní gbogbo all over the world. You think they're gonna come back home to come and help you fix Nigeria? Because maybe that's what you're thinking. Ìwọ Koiki tí wọ́n bá ṣe tiẹ̀ àwọn tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn máa wá parí ètò kùnà. You're deceiving yourself. Ò ń deceive ara rẹ̀. Because the next generation will forget everything about Nigeria completely. The next generation would not have any interest in Nigeria. The next generation would have no reason at all to come and kill themselves for Nigeria. And that is why the option is still on the table for us now. To reflect and do the needful and get out of Nigeria as quickly as possible, because it's not meant for us. Kí ni mo sọ? It is not meant for us. Nigeria is not meant for us. And if you say, well, it is meant for us, those outside Nigeria will continue their ways of life. But we don't want to go to that extent. That's why we are fighting. for what we are doing today. And on that note, I will leave you and say, have a very good afternoon. We'll be back again tomorrow. But remember, at the back of your mind, the same 19 states out of the 36 have got Fulani government as their governors. And I'm sure they are preparing the ground for the next generation for them, regardless of whether you believe it or not. One prepare ground for our mom, because àwọn máa dàgbà now. Kò dẹ̀ sí bó ṣe lè dàgbà tó bá di ọjọ́ kan wá lọ síbi tágbà ń rè. Táwọn bá wá lọ síbi tágbà ń rè, àwọn ọmọ wọn máa take effect. Have a very good afternoon.
Where the blood never see the lies. Revolutionary, that is what it is. The country where the leaders say the people's glory. The throw their children to prostitute, and the throw poor children to terrorists. Now, terrorists on the takeover. Yoruba people say we know they do it again. Say we will do it again, that is what we want now. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Now, vocational, we know our harsh politician at the S-man. Fake promises every year. Fake miracle everywhere. Fake music anywhere. Now, what do our people wanna go? Diaspora people wanna go. Location someone and need to pray for. Freedom, 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 freedom. We need the freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Free education and value. No security and our chances. Over 100 million people don't poor. No man can need a job and not see work. I want to go from Fulani attack. Don't give me head for what it is when you never go. Many people say they want to go. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Oh, I'm going to go for me. And that's what I'm fighting. So, give your joy, only do joy. And you have to do. And it's not to make it. Get to Africa. The power is labels and human colonization. We just want to together. You can't want it. I tell you, we are one. We are separate. We just together. Even when the people together to like us. As it said, we damage our culture. We damage our language. And we damage our way of life. That is because of the whole weakness. jí ẹ má sùn àsìkò ti tó láti jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ bàbá yín. A fool at 60 is a fool forever. Ẹ má sùn.